What's up, guys? It's your girl Alex from Manifest Like Whoa, where we talk about all the best law of attraction and manifesting rituals to help you create your best life. Today's topic is actually the second follow-up video to the first video that I did about the 55-5 method. The reason I'm doing this video is because ever since I published my first 55-5 results and tutorial, I've received so many questions and comments from people just really being a little bit confused and not knowing what is the best way to approach the 55-5 method. So this video, I'm kind of just going to go over the most popular questions that I've received. If you don't know what the 55-5 method is, really quickly, it's a 5-step process where first, you think about what it is that you want to manifest. Second, you create a positive affirmation as if you already have it. Third, you write this affirmation 55 times in a row for 5 days straight. Fourth, you pay attention to different signs and synchronicities from the universe that let you know your manifestation is on its way. And then fifth, you express gratitude. It's easy to overcomplicate things, and my goal here is to clarify and simplify so that you have no doubt in your mind about where you're headed. One of the questions I've received is, can I do different affirmations throughout the 5 days, or does it have to be the same one the whole time? The answer is that it has to be the same one the whole time, and the reason is that you want one specific crystal clear intention. If you start muddling things around, it gets to be too much. When you're writing the 55-5, when you're writing 55 times in a row, you're kind of building your enthusiasm, you're building your energy and your excitement. It's supposed to intensify as you go. So if you break it up and switch to different affirmations or different intentions throughout the 5 days, it's like you're not really doing 55-5. It's like you're doing 55-1 over and over and over. And that's not what we want. So for best results, make sure you get one affirmation and stick to it throughout the whole course of the exercise. Now, I don't know about you, but 55-5 can be really tedious and boring for me. So what I've done is when I'm doing my 55-5, let's say we want to manifest an extra $500. So you're gonna write, I'm so happy to have received an extra $500. But as I'm writing, I'm visualizing what this $500 means to me. We really don't just want $500. We want what the $500 can bring us. We want what the $500 represents in our life. So the more you focus on that while you're writing your intention, the less tedious it is and the more effective it will be. Another question I get is what to do with the paper afterward. Here's the paper that I give out to my mailing list. It is a free 55-5 manifesting tracker, and you get it by signing up on my list. I mean, you can use anything you want, but I really love this little tracking sheet because it's just so neat and simple. And I print out a copy, like a sheet on the front and a sheet on the back, and just have them, in an order, and then I might put them in a little binder for later. But people have been asking what you should do with the paper when you're done. You can keep them. You can burn them to send them out to the universe. You can hide them and tuck them away. Like sometimes, like back there, I have some stuff tucked under my little statue, and like I forget about it. And sometimes I'll go check it later and be like, oh my God, it's just like, have fun, see what your heart, what your intuition, like what you think you should do with it. There's no wrong answer. You can't get this wrong. Look inside for the answer and do what you feel is right for your situation. Is it okay to go longer than 55-5? Like, can you do it for 10 days or 15 days? The answer to that is yes, you can go as long as you'd like. But another question on the flip side is if it started to work and you quit at 5 days and then things didn't seem to materialize all the way, can you start over? I think it depends on you. Like what you don't want to do is get caught in a cycle of just relying on 55-5 so much. If it has happened to where you saw some distinct, obvious movement, you were manifesting, it was coming for the 5 days, and then boom, when you stop the 55-5, your manifestation just stops cold. Maybe there's something to that. Like if that's the actual case with you, you might want to pick back up and start over and see how things progress. But if it's just a case of you feeling impatient and you feel like more writing and more 55-5 and if that is going to bring it to you faster, then I think you might want to lay off of that. Someone was asking if you can use 55-5 to remove something from your life. By default, 55-5 is based on positive affirmations. And there's really no way to positively affirm removal. So if it's a person who's bothering you and you want to remove them from your life, you kind of have to say their name in order to remove them. And then by default, you're focusing on them. So it's kind of not the best approach. I will say, if you can find a way to positively talk about what will happen in your life once this negative thing is removed, that works. But overall, I have two things to say about this. First, there are better manifesting exercises that you can try for something like this, because 55.5 is pretty limited. Remember, you're doing one quick statement. I would recommend that you do scripting, which is writing a letter to the universe. And you can get around talking about this person or this thing that you want removed when you're writing out a longer letter and a petition. And you kind of get to explore what your life would look like and the calmness you might feel, or the joy you might feel, or the relief you might experience in your daily life. And you can't really get at that with 55.5. Second, I've seen sometimes some things that worry me a little bit, and it's that, when we have real life situations that are kind of challenging and maybe even a little bit dangerous or serious, like if you have someone in your life who is stalking you or harassing you or some, health issue or something like that, now is not the time to focus on manifesting. You need to handle it the professional way first. Not to go too much on a serious tangent, but this is a little PSA. If you're having some real shit popping off in your life, don't rely on 55.5. Like, call the cops. Next question, super simple, super easy, is can you write the same, new intentions or do a new 55.5 exercise in the same book? The answer is yes. And last but not least, a really important question is, how long do I have to wait before doing another 55.5 exercise? You need to give it time. You need to let it rest. You need to let the universe have time to bring things to you. And one of the most important aspects of the 55.5 method is once you place your order with the universe, you need to wait and you need to be present. You need to keep your eyes and your ears and your intuition open for signs that it's on its way, or for nudgings from the universe, like, oh, maybe you should go check out this job, or maybe this apartment is open. Or you don't have time to do that when you're always sitting and thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I going to ask for next? What am I going to ask for next? It's the wrong mentality and the wrong approach to always be in a state of asking. Sometimes you need to just trust that what you've done has worked. Maybe see what you can do on your end to bring your manifestation into reality quicker. If you want to do 155.5 exercise to manifest a boyfriend, and then you got this one over here, you want to manifest a weight loss, and then over here you want to manifest a new car, and then over here you want a vacation, and over here you want to go to the concert. How can the universe show you what you need to see in order to make any of this a reality? It's just jumbled up. It's just all over the place. And that is not the energy that you want. I say no more than once every 3 weeks. I would say once a month is good, maximum. But also there's more out there than just 55.5. There's so many really fun, really cool rituals and techniques you can try. And I'm going to do my best to share everything with you. But I think you should get out there and just try different things. Don't rely on one exercise. Don't just do one thing. When you want something badly, you're not going to just say, oh, I want a job, so I'm going to apply for one job and that's it, right? You apply for multiple jobs until you get one that you like. It's the same with manifesting. It's the same with the law of attraction. The universe is your playground. So play with everything. That's going to conclude this video for today. But if you have any questions about the 55.5 technique, drop them in the comment box below. I would love to answer them so that everybody has all their questions answered and we can all use this method and others to create the lives that we desire. Till next time, mwah.